It's September and I'm feeling a little bit fallish today. So what I've done is, here in Texas, and that my family's big hunters, we have horns. A lot of horns, full sets, and then these little pieces that fall off and we find around the ranch. Anyway, I have put chicken wire in here in my brass container, and I have placed these horns, one facing up, one facing down, and just to secure it a little bit, especially if I was going to deliver this, I'm going to use some of the florist tape. Just kind of crisscross, make sure nobody falls out. And secure it a little bit. Just catch one of those horns or some of that chicken wire. And again, if I was going to transport this, I'd really make sure that my mechanics was good and solid. Also, the only chicken wire I had today was a real wide and real thin chicken wire. I would probably use a better chicken wire than the one I have. So anyway, we're going to do some a fall look today, and I just picked up one of the foliage packets at the wholesaler. I didn't buy a bunch of individual greenery because I just didn't want to put that much cost into it. So I'm going to start adding some greenery, and the idea behind the greenery is always to cover your mechanics. And I'm kind of coming at it at an angle like this, coming above and behind the horns. Nothing too thought out about, it's just kind of random, but I want to hide those mechanics. And these little packets of foliage that you can buy now at the wholesaler are perfect because they kind of give you a little of everything. Who doesn't love eucalyptus? I mean, it's just beautiful. Some pieces down to cover the mechanics and some pieces up. Remember, you can cut this leather leaf and use just the pieces. You don't have to use the tops, and a lot of people don't like leather leaf. That's fine. Again, this is part of that package. I like it because it gives good coverage. And as you can see, I almost have all of those mechanics covered. I'm going to have something come up along with this horn so he doesn't look like he's all by himself up there. I might use some of this, a little bit of this fern. It's got the berries on it. Again, just covering all my mechanics, all my work. We'll probably use these tea leaves a little bit later. Well, let's go ahead. So I'm going to poke that through, that stem through. That gives me a stem to use to stick in. And as you can see, I'm kind of laying it down. If I go too far up with it, it won't have that kind of flowing appearance that we want this to have. Okay. And get that little guy down in there, and let's do one more up here. Kind of in the middle, so we have our 3, 1, 2, 3 right there. Okay, let's use every bit of this greenery. You can hear my baby in the back. That's Randolph, he's in the back. Go ahead and use some of this greenery. Fall, we like abundance here. It needs to be pretty and full, always. Southern girls, we like almost a little bit too much of anything. Okay, so I also have this gorgeous greenery. I got it at the wholesaler, and I love it because it picks up red, the fall and red, picks up the brass. Be careful, it will dye your hands. And this is what I'm going to kind of come out. We don't want to get, we've covered our mechanics with the green. Let's use this to really come out of our container. There we go. Use those pieces too. because these are long, gorgeous pieces, which we don't need them all. Here's a short piece. I'll use that up front. To kind of come out. Look how that is looking, just beautiful. I'm a huge fall person. I get really excited when it's fall and take advantage of all the gorgeous colors. As you can see, I've got a lot of this going in for color, basically. So, okay, that's all I'm going to use right now. Put that little guy over to the side. I was able to pick up these gorgeous, huge hydrangeas. Cut that and take off a couple leaves. That's a little long, so I wanted to make sure it had a lot of water. Let's leave, kind of want it a little shorter. Let's see if I can get it out without too much damage. And if I can't, I'll just cut it while it's down in there and re-stick. Okay, see, I'm nestling it down in there, okay? And I'm using its own foliage. Just use all that foliage. I always take it out if we don't like it after a while. Another big, gorgeous ball hydrangea. And of course, we don't want to ruin that line. So I might come over there on this line and kind of put those through there a little bit. Okay, let that foliage fall through, let that foliage go in between those hydrangeas. And I have one more hydrangeas. And these were very affordable this week, and I'm not sure why, but they are just stunning. I'm gonna come back behind here. I don't want to go taller than horns. There we go. So you can see, mostly around the top of that vase is where I have the weight of this arrangement. Okay, got these gorgeous bronze colored Fiji mums, and I'm just going to start putting them in right here. I'm going to put them in tight. Okay, I feel like I need a little bit of that color right here. There we go. A little bit of that color, maybe behind here. I don't know if I'm going to do too much more. Maybe a little piece right here, behind here. Sometimes these nodes get in the way, just trim them off. Don't have to be in the water, they're fine. Okay. Okay, we're going to keep going. Let me come in the front with my glasses and see what we've got. See if I want to have one of these boogers up there.